It should be telling me that you are live. Come on.
Well, welcome everyone to Can We Chat here. My name is Sheila Abram, and I am pleased to be joined by my beautiful, glamorous lady of grace, golden glamour, Miss
Maxine Jones out of New York.
And
I'm
from California. I'm from California. Back to you, Miss Jones.
Yep. Welcome. Welcome, family and friends, to Can We Chat Here? And we always say this. Can We Chat Here is about our dreams, our goals, our journeys, and our stories. So each week, it's our goal to bring value to you with a topic. Sometimes you suggest the topic, but to bring value to you in reference to different topics that we could talk about. And tonight we were going to be chatting about the importance of attending Let's Go Weekend. And our special guest, Mr. Ty Best, he will be jumping in. Possibly he's been very, very busy. So he might be sleeping right now. We're going to wait and see you because he will be. Look out. Yes,
Exactly.
He made it.
Yep, exactly. So, okay.
We can hear you.
But I will still call you back at 10 o'clock and maybe if you have any more questions. But if you can, you don't go rush that info. You'll see what we're talking about in a few minutes. Okay?
You're live.
All right, thanks now. All right, bye-bye. Take care.
The master recruiter at work finishes.
Yeah, look, he's working. He's working.
You better believe it. You better believe it. I'm in full gear, hard at work. I'm not even playing.
He is in beast mode.
Right. Okay.
You know what, Mr. Ty Best? You've lost a few pounds.
I can see it in his face.
I see it.
Right here, right? Yeah.
Yes, you have been ready to eat.
Well, I take this account. Thank you very much. Okay. I haven't lost any down here.
That's the toughest place.
Yeah. But,
okay, so tonight, Mr. Ty Best, he's hijacking us. Maxine,
he hijacked us.
Hijacking us on. How's Mr. Ty Best hijacking the show?
Yes. We were on the power call and we were going to actually do a completely different topic. And Mr. Ty Best hijacked our Can We Chat and said, no, next Monday night, we will be talking about the importance of attending Let's Go Weekend. And what did we say? Okay. So, welcome, Mr. Tyrone Best. You can hijack us anytime you want, sir.
Look, I feel like I wanted to get that out the way right away, guys. So, welcome. I feel like we need to get out of the way. I mean, we got 7 weeks to go, just about 7 weeks to go before Let's Go Weekend 6.
Yeah.
Coming fast.
And I am 100% certain that this is going to be our biggest, our best. It's going to be pandemonium. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be crazy. We called it the birth of millionaires before the cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Before the current bank coin, we was calling it the birth of millionaires.
That's true.
That was just on what we had before. And now with the cryptocurrency, with the Carrot Bank token and coin, and you think about, we hit the open exchange on April 1st. That means people have almost a month worldwide to be acquiring these coins, and we don't have any idea what the valuation of that coin is going to be by the time we get to the Let's Go Weekend on April 27th. Yeah. But just imagine that it's at $5 or $10. That's what I call. I think it's an ultra conservative approach. I know we're doing speculation, and that's not what this call is about. It's about the event. But I believe that coin is going to fire up the event on a whole nother. I believe we can sit down and say, okay, we got 1,000 people going to be attending the event on April 1st. And 1 month later, we can have 3,000. That's how quickly it could change.
Exactly.
Okay, so anyway, so let's go back to what I really want to talk about, ladies, because I'm cranked up and I don't want to get too carried away. So I hope you got some questions in mind. But let me start by saying why we do events, why they're so important. Most people really do think that it's about bottom line knowledge and information and facts and figures. It's what moves people in the business. And I've been saying for years, because I learned that it's not. Yeah. This is not business as usual. And that's why you can have people in this business for years and just struggle in the business, just struggle. And then they go to one function, go to one event where they see 500,000 people who are excited just like they are. It reaffirms your belief. It reaffirms your confidence in yourself. And all of a sudden they go out and they do more in 30 days than they've done in 1 year. And the compensation plan's the same. The product's the same. The world's the same. People are the same. What changed? They changed. And what changed in them is their belief level. And people can sense that belief in them. They can see that belief. And that's why when people come to the function, everything is changing their business. And then the more people they bring to the function, then it's not just them that's excited. Then they got 5 or 6 people in their team that's excited. Then all of a sudden they get 20, 30 people in the team. Then they got hundreds of people in their team that's excited. That's how it's built. That's the business. Now, this is not by accident. I mean, I got into business in 1983. My first function, I'll never forget. Well, the first thing was, and guys, stop me and slow me down, Miss Maxine Jones and Miss Sheila Abram, slow me down, because you got to stop me and help me answer some questions or whatever that may come up. But I've got to give you my history a little bit to make this make sense, because it's not some theory I'm talking about. I'm talking about what happened to me personally and what happened as I watched the business grow. Mm-hmm. Over the last 30 years, I watched the organization grow. I saw the business one-on-one. That means, a guy met me in the locker room. I went over his house. We sat around his kitchen table. He drew some circles and showed me the business. Now, I'm still not that much excited about it. The great Tyrone now, I'm telling you my history. I'm like, it looks sort of good. I went home like I'm some super businessman, Let me go check it out. I'll take it home and look at it and analyze it. So he gave me all this follow-up material. I'm going to take it home, looking at it. He gave me a bunch of cassettes. I'm going to throw those on the seat of the car. Some of you've heard this story before. I threw them on the seat of the car. I didn't even watch them. Okay, I didn't even listen to them. Not watch, just didn't even listen to them. But I'm driving. This is what's so insane about it when I look back. I'm driving 20 to 30 hours a week, and the cassettes are sitting 1 feet, 12 inches from me, and I'm so hooked, conditioned, and psychologized on the radio, I didn't even pop them in. So anyway. But the following week, I never forget, it was Good Friday. He met me at the gym. That was follow-up because I was out of town for a week as I traveled. So it was a terrible follow-up. He just met me. He said, look, man, you see me? He just threw the kit at me. He said, take this kit home. Just gave me a kit. Said, you can pay me for it later. Just take it home and look at it. I was like, okay, I took the kit home. Now, I'm telling y'all this for a reason. I'm still not excited. But make a long story short, I read looking through the kit and I said, whatever. I'm still excited. He said, but we having a function. We have a thing called a seminar and rally next Saturday. You might want to come. I ain't got nothing to do anyway. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm ambitious. I really want something to do, but I'm like, I really have anything to do. It was Saturday afternoon, and I know Val was sick that day, and I said, well, I'll go. And, at least one thing I can tell my mother said, do what you say you're going to do and do what you say you're going to do. If you make a commitment, just follow through. So if I said I was coming, I was coming. I was never no-show to anything. If I'm saying I'm going to be there, you can cast in blood typically unless some disaster happen like a heart attack or something. I'm not there, okay? Mm-hmm. I go this first seminar out. That's an event, okay? And there was about 100, 150 people there, and I got fired up. Just to walk in the room and see another 150 people around, I said, uh-oh, wait a minute, this thing is for real. Okay, and I got fired up. Then the next event I went to, the guy said, we got a big event coming up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I went to that event, and there was about, 5,000 or 6,000 people there. Lost my mind. And I was done. After that, I was done. I'm gonna tell you guys, when I walked in that room with 5,000 or 6,000 people, I was toast. Now, if you ask me what you learned at that event, I don't know. I remember some ladies came across the stage with some pretty gowns on, some diamond rings. Some guys came across the stage with some Rolex watches on and some diamond rings. And everybody was cheering and shouting, the music blasting. and I was cranked up and everybody was talking about freedom. And it elevated my belief level. And that's the same thing happens here in the world of wealth building, in the world of wealth building, in the world of Caraboss. When people come to an event, okay, it blows their mind. That's why is Mr. Delco's group just on fire? Well, we did the first event, Let's Go Weekend what? Right there, Let's Go Weekend 1, right in Atlanta in his backyard. And I know there were people who live 5 minutes away who didn't come. It's cost them millions of dollars. They have no idea how much money it's cost them not attending that first event, but they didn't come. So that's why the events are so important. You get to see other people. You get to relate. You don't have to be me. You don't have to be Miss Maxine Jones. You don't have to be Miss Abram. You don't have to be like Roger Williams. You get to really be you, because you'll meet somebody at the event that you connect with that relates to you, and you realize you can be yourself and you can still build this business. Okay, and so that's why the events are so important. It elevates that belief level. Okay, and that's what gets your business off the ground. And then, see, I tell you right now, the reason I want to talk about this tonight, because I know people right now say, well, I have my ticket to the event. You don't see it yet. Because if all you've gotten is one ticket for you, or one ticket for you and your spouse, you don't get it. You need to have 5 or 10 tickets, so you settle them to your team. I tell you what, if I sell anything in this business, I don't sell gold. I sell people on themselves. I do everything I can to sell them on the fact that you can be a millionaire. You can be a millionaire. I sell you on you. I do everything I can to sell you on you. And the second thing I sell is a function. Is Let's Go Weekend. I sell Let's Go Weekend like a car salesman. I sell Let's Go Weekend when I'm talking to folks. I said, you got to be a Let's Go Weekend. I said, it's my responsibility as a leader to get you to Let's Go Weekend, to get you to one. I'm only going to get you to one. I'm going to do everything I can to get you to one. I'm going to sell you. I'm going to browbeat you. I'm going to harass you. I'm going to push you. I'm going to do everything I can to get you to Let's Go Weekend. After you've seen one, after that, I'm going to say, next Let's Go Weekend is September 28th, and I'm done. I won't even mention it again. If you haven't plugged in and not keeping track of that point, that means it's not for you. But I'm going to do everything I can to say you don't come to that first event. Okay? And I've had speaker after speaker I've met who said not coming to the event has cost them millions of dollars because it slowed down their growth. It's all about timing. Okay? One of the first speakers I remember listening to a long time ago, he said he was invited to an event and he didn't go to the event. He just didn't go. He came with some excuse for not going. And by the way, all excuses are equal. Don't matter what it is. You can have a good excuse, a bad excuse. The bottom line is you didn't get there. You didn't go. And watch this. He said that was like November. He didn't go to the event. Okay. A whole year went by, right? His sponsor finally dragged him to an event. Okay. Within 2 years of that event, he was a millionaire in the program.
Wow.
He said that right there slowed him down from being a millionaire. He said not going to one event that would have cost him $400. He's convinced cost him $1 million. Because he would have been a millionaire a year earlier. He would have made $1 million a year earlier if he went to that event. That's how important events are. Okay. And like I said, a lot of things happen at the event. My first event I went to, I think some of you heard me tell this story before too. You learn so many things. I learned some things about myself. It's not always about you. You go to events to demonstrate your commitment to you and to your team. So you go there. It's the first time you might even go by yourself, and then you come back home, and what they say. So how was it?
Yep.
How was that motivational seminar? Yeah. I know some of you've heard it out there. How was that motivational seminar? You fired up now, aren't you? How was that motivational thing you went to? Okay. But you learned that. I'm at the first one. I never forget. I'm there. I'm fired up at the thing. And I was supposed to win across stage for recognition. And I wasn't happy with what I'd accomplished. I'm sort of like Sheila Abram in that area. Never satisfied what you'd accomplished. I could have done more. I could have done this. I should have done that. And I just wasn't satisfied. So I didn't go across stage. I just said, man, it'll be there later. Okay. And man, I'll never forget, my sponsor come run up to me and said, man, why do you go across stage to get that recognition? I said, man, I hadn't done anything, man. It's no big deal. He said, okay. He said, when are you going to learn? It's not always about you. He said, what? You may feel you have not accomplished anything, but you sponsored 5 people in your first 90 days in the business. There are people who haven't sponsored 5 people, in a year. Okay. And you going across stage elevates their belief level that it's possible. That it's possible. So it's not about you and what you think. And I'm just sitting back there. I felt like a tadpole. I was like, because I was thinking about me.
Yeah.
And that's one of the challenges so many of us when we first get in the business, all we think about is us. Well, I'm gonna be the function. I don't care if nobody else come with me. Well, you know what? You can't build this business by yourself. You better bring some people with you. And then we started bringing carloads of people. I'm talking about we coordinate trips. We make it fun. It'd be like adult field trips. Okay. Adults, we're still kids at large. Okay. I mean, it's great when you become independent. You do it. I mean, like now, I'll fly my own self down there and fly first class, do all that kind of stuff on my own. But back then, we built an organization, man. Sometime we was in California doing functions. We used to go from California, 17 hours one way by car to Utah.
Oh my God.
The functions. We used to caravan. But watch this. It'd be 20 cars deep. Loaded people from front to back, cars and vans. Loaded, and we meet in Barstow. We be from all over California. We meet in Barstow. And every time we meet in Barstow, we had some surprise for all these grown folks. We have water guns. We have water gun fights. We do some crazy, just stupid stuff. Okay, stuff that kids do. But people remember all this stuff, man. We'll be out there in the middle of the parking lot, 1 o'clock at night, having water gun fights and spraying each other with water guns and big super soakers and stuff like that. Just being kids. And then we hop back in the car and we drive the rest of the way and we meet 17 cars. We all pull up at the same place. We prospect everybody in the rest stop, prospect everybody in the trucks, wherever we're going. And then we get to Utah, have a good time. We hop in the car, come out home halfway, sleep, everybody passing out. Okay. Good times. Good adult fun, but we made it fun for everybody. Okay. And you notice right now, if you look at our Let's Go weekends, you talk to somebody who went to Let's Go. What did you learn? I don't know. You just gotta come. You just gotta come to Let's Go weekend, man. We met Mr. Delco and we met Roger Williams and we met Sheila. I mean, what people you ask them, well, what did you learn? Well, look, let me tell you. Well, we learned some stuff, but Maya Angelou said it best. People don't remember what you say, but they do remember how you made them feel. Mm-hmm. The goal of Let's Go weekend is to instill people with a feeling that they can do this. And I don't know where else you get that from. I mean, you get it from the power calls. The power calls help. Mm-hmm. Listen to an audio program helps. Reading a book helps. But nothing feels you like being in a weekend event around other people.
Now, I have a question for you, Mr. Best.
Yeah.
You and Mrs. Valerie Best, you had the privilege to coordinating meetings of your own. Now, was that easy?
God, no.
Sometimes people feel like all that goes into a function like the Let's Go weekend, that it doesn't take a whole lot of work.
They have no idea.
It just all comes together.
You, your wife, Alex, and you even said the baby was tired after one of them. What goes into that?
Because behind the scenes, you want to make the event great for everybody.
Yeah.
And they understand that. Now, all the events we did up until Let's Go weekend, we always had a banquet on Saturday night. We fed everybody shit also. I mean, we charged, for the banquet. And we had dinner, we had surf and turf. We said a full meal. So we had a sit down banquet and a award ceremony. That thing going to 1 o'clock Saturday night. Okay. And then on Sunday morning, we had a non-denominational church service on Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. And look, we had people attend that. So we had we go Friday all night, all day Saturday night and Sunday morning. And you talking about you talking about planning behind the scenes. That's why, I said, oh my gracious, but see this, but I learned something to make it a little more relaxing. That's why we eliminated Sunday morning and Saturday night. Friday night is an opportunity meeting. Really, it really is. You get all your guests. So Let's Go weekend, the way we have it set up is we don't get together like this and we don't have a meeting where new people could come see the program. Okay. But it's a lot of work. You book in a hotel, you schedule in a hotel. And I'm telling you, guys are so fortunate to have the Delco's planning this, because if Tyrone was planning it, Okay, you'd have a different kind of event. It'd be like, the event's gonna be the Renaissance. Book your hotel. See you there. I gotta go. Okay, I mean that's it. He'd be back there booking hotels and scheduling hotels and negotiating hotel rates and getting more rooms blocked. I mean, I said, Mr. Douglas, I appreciate what you're doing, man. He and Mo do such an exceptional job, literally, of planning this event. People have the first one to, I was like, whoa. Then the second one said, no way, no way it can be better than the first one. Then the third I said, no way it can be better than the second one. The fourth I said, no way. Okay. The primary thing I do for these events is put together the awards and recognition. Because my whole thing is the event to me is about recognition. It's about awards. It's about stage time for people who are producing. How do you get stage time at the function? Produce. Meritocracy. Just produce. Okay. You don't get stage time for being pretty. You don't get stage time for showing up. Okay. I produce. Okay. And that's how you get the microphone. But we try to get everybody as much recognition as we can. Miss Maxine Jones, go ahead.
This is the best. I know you've said this to us many times, that if you attend a function by yourself or alone, you will learn. But if you bring your team, you will earn. What is it that connection that fires people up? I know you said it raises their belief level, but raising the belief level is one aspect of it, but they just get so connected and so far. What is it about being physically there in the arena that makes them go home and do more?
Well, because contrary to what we claim to do, we walk by sight, not by faith. You know, we, especially hardcore Christian folk, talk about we walk by faith, not by sight. That sounds good. Okay. But that's really not true. We walk by sight. And they say seeing is believing. And when they walk into a room and they see 1,000, 2,000 people, go, oh my God, this works. This is real. Okay, especially when they hear speaker after speaker after speaker come across stage. We say, everybody got a MasterCard, hold that MasterCard. And you see half the room, 70, 80% of the room, hold the MasterCard, and we go, okay, that's sight. That's real. You just saw that. Who got paid this week? Ah! Everybody raising the hand. That's real. Then you see the record, they said, well, these folks really like each other. These people hugging and kissing, don't want to go to sleep at night, stand up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. When you witness all that, okay, that's what that's what you taking home with, is that thing that you witness. Okay, so it's not just getting there and hearing a lot of people talk. You witness that thing. Now, another thing that happens is for men and women who have ever wanted to be a star, network marketing will make you a rock star.
I thought she was getting one. The WBW card.
Well,
She looks like she's getting ready to hold up the. I know you, woman. She's in her pocketbook, getting ready to hold up the WBW card. Mine is over there. I can't get it. She look at her.
Look.
Mine is not at my desk. I'm gonna get you.
We're gonna recognize
I
those
know
stars.
her.
We're gonna recognize those stars. I got my.
That's all right. We'll all have
right now. I'm waiting on my cards right now. I'm like, where my cards, man? My WW cards.
I got mine. I got it. Finally. So go ahead, Mr. Bass.
But the event. One thing too that happens at the event is that those folks who ever dreamed of being a star will realize they can be a star in networking. Because when you walk into a room, and so you understand, the bigger the room gets, the bigger the stage gets. Okay, so the bigger the room gets, the bigger the stage. All of a sudden, you come to a function, and there's 2,000 to 3,000 people going, I want that microphone. I mean, most people go through their whole life, and they never hear anybody say. I mean, after maybe a few things in elementary school and a few things in high school, then all of a sudden, it's a dog. And at work, if you get any kind of accolade at work, you got half sitting there looking at you like this, and the other half sort of like. But here are people genuinely celebrating, excited to see you succeed, because they know if you can do it, they can do it. And then all of a sudden, you're on stage, you're a rock star. And all of a sudden, look, I had people say, look, Lady Prosperity telling me, she says, I was just blown away by how people were to see me, because I came to their city to do a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, because most people don't give up themselves. When you share yourself, your experience with other people, and all of a sudden in an environment where they say people are giving up their time, their energy, their effort, their experience, and everything is not, give me $1, give me $5, give me $20. Here's my experience, give me $300 for this. And you start to sense this love and camaraderie that's genuine for real, coming from this organization, and especially been around the industry for a while, you realize this is a different experience. I tell Valerie all the time, look, Valerie hasn't been to a function, Let's Go Weekend. Now you understand something. Valerie's been to every single function I've ever been to and hosted and done since 1983. Valerie has not been in what you call the best of health, to travel and all that kind of stuff since we've been in Carabao's International. That is the only reason she's not been in. She's been in every function. She spoke at every function. And those who've heard her talk when she's fired up like last week, you know she can go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so she likes the functions. Okay. I like the function. But we done talked enough on stage. We don't have that desire to be on stage. And the first time I went to a function, I wanted that microphone. I wanted that microphone like Les Brown was hungry. I wanted that microphone. And then sometimes when I see speakers go up there and they go, I said, man, I could speak better than that in my sleep. Give me the microphone. Okay. I could, I've sat through some speakers where I go, oh my God, man, you put my sleep to sleep. And but the crowd still is going. You know what I'm saying? So, but I said, give me the microphone. Just give me the microphone. Okay. But you had to earn that microphone. They wouldn't give it to you. Okay. And so I'm telling you, there are people out there, see a host of reasons. People come to the functions for some people come to get some bottom line information. Some people come to be entertained. Some people come to want the microphone. Some people come to get the recognition. Some people come to see their friends. Everybody got a reason for coming. That's why we do a little bit of everything for everybody. Look, there will be 25% of the people who will come to Let's Go Weekend just for the karaoke on Friday night. You say, wait a minute, there's millions of dollars on the table. You came just to kick off your shoes and sing karaoke. They go, yeah.
Yeah.
My original upline, the original program I got in 1983, never even attempted to build a business for 30 plus years. They said, I have no intent to build a business. He says, don't claim to. I like the product and I come to every function. Why? My wife would have a good time for us. It's like a vacation. They said, we just come to have a good time.
Wow.
We just come to have a good time. They had no intention to ever build a business. And so that's another reason why the function again. The function serves a lot of there are some folks, come on, folks, let's get real. There's some folks who are seniors who just love being in the environment. Get them out the house, man. They get to dress up. They get to come out. They get to meet the people, play. They get to hug and kiss the people, have a good time. And they don't. You talk about being a multi-millionaire, they be like, yeah, that'd be great too. But you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, if I can make extra $500,000, I'm gonna be happy. But I love this environment. There are some folks who come here because they got the Wakandian spirit. Okay? Wakanda spirit. Okay. They just look, they come in the room and they say, wait a minute. The white folks who might be listening right now, don't get all upset. Okay, I'm just speaking some truth. Okay, if you can't handle some truth, sometimes this environment, I gotta talk to folks sometime, let them know. There's some folks who come and say, man, I'm just so inspired when I walk this room and I see all these folk in the same room on the same page with the same agenda. Wow, it's incredible. Okay, everybody got their reason for being there. Then some folks say, I just want to make the money. How do I make this money? So, I mean, everybody got their reason. Okay. And that's why you put them in the environment so they can find their dream, their reason for being there. Okay. Man, I can tell you, man, it's so exciting in many ways. But let's go back to what I wanted to say earlier about this microphone thing. There's some guys who get there and all they think about is, one day I want that stage and I want that microphone. You've seen me. I had to fight to get the microphone back from people sometimes. Because they even got to go fight people to get the microphone back. Because men, especially men love that microphone.
Women do too.
Women do too. Well, Ms. Abram, women do love the microphone. But not quite like men. Okay. Women love the microphone too. I really believe in my heart. I believe women love the microphone too.
Oh, like the remote?
Yeah,
like
look,
the remote? They never let it go. Men got a whole nother, I say, we got a thing in the industry say women will do most of the work and men will do what we call the peacock role. Give me the microphone. They want to give me that microphone. Give me that microphone. And behind the scenes, women work but women like the microphone too. And by the way, that's another point. Okay. It's important that women step up and grab a microphone and talk and be heard and be seen. Okay. I'm talking to Lady Prosperity Sunday morning. She called me like 5:30 in the morning. I said, Lady Prosperity, put your calculator down and get some rest. Okay. Stop calling me 5:30 in the morning. Okay. And she was talking about, she said she didn't want to be a star. I said, you don't have a choice. I said, women need to see you on stage, need to see you with the microphone, need to see you taking charge. I said, it's important. I said, you got an industry where 75, 80% of the industry is women. Okay, that's networking itself. And every time they go to a meeting, some man is on stage telling everybody what to do. No, or not telling everybody what to do, but just like they running this show. Okay, we want to explode this thing to 1 million people. People got to walk in the room and they got to see somebody go across that stage that looks just like them. Yes. Be it black, white, ethnicity, be it sex, sexual orientation, be it young, old. They got to see. That's why we have a variety of people. That's what the Wealth Builders Worldwide System is all about. So people can say, wait a minute, I saw somebody from London. I saw somebody from South Africa. I saw somebody white go across. I saw somebody black go across. I saw everything, okay, happen at that Wealth Builders Worldwide, okay, event. So anyway.
I have a point, Mr. Best. One of the things that you made it evident, which is why when you're giving the awards out, a lot of the time when it's a family, not when it's a small family, if it's a huge family, you can't possibly do it. But you normally have, the husband and the wife and the child's name, if they're married, or that parent and that child that they normally bring with them to the function. You have the names on the awards as a family.
That's cool.
I've never seen that before, ever.
That's really cool.
I have never seen that. Why is that important to you?
Well, I think one of the things we promote is the family. That's one of the things that this whole idea of freedom. Why do you want to be free? You spend time with your family. Okay. So I think the whole family should be included. I like it when Candace and Yolanda and Finance speak on the phone. I like hearing background. I like hearing kids in the background disturbing the power call. I like all that going on. It doesn't bug me at all because I think that's important for kids. I think the heroes in every family should be the parents.
Yeah.
The first heroes of every child should be the parents, not some athlete they don't know. And you find out 5 years later all the crap the person's been involved in is, and then they destroy it because no. I think the first hero should be that person that child is looking up to and said, looking at mom and looking at daddy, and that's the hero. And how do mom and dad become the heroes? I think mom and dad become the heroes of the family by becoming entrepreneurs. Yes. To become the true heroes of the family. And when you start building a family business, everybody's included. You set goals for not just you, but set goals for you and the family. You should have a goal and say, when we get this done, we're going to get this. It could be something as simple as, look, when we go goal manager, we go into Baskin Robbins. It ain't got to be a big thing. It ain't got to be we going to buy a flat screen TV for every room in the house. It could be we going to Baskin Robbins. And the kids, okay, what do we do? Did we hit goal manage this month? Yes, we did. Okay, let's all go to Baskin Robbins. Like the kids, they all celebrate. You taking pictures. You put on Facebook. That's a part of it. And so if I know that child, if I got anything to do with it, and I know that child been actively involved, like when I see Catherine Huff and Jonathan Huff and Josiah, okay, yeah, I want to put that name on everything. And I always try to acknowledge him. Same thing with Finance and Candace. Okay, sometimes, we can't do it. Some people coming with 5 kids, 6 kids. I'm like, okay, I don't know all these kids.
That's a bit much.
Okay, I'm always trying to acknowledge husband and wife, even if the husband's not involved. If I know his or her name, and I got an award for one person, I'm gonna put his name up there. Now, if he has never been around, that's one thing. Now, I have sort of modified some positions on that a little bit over the last. I got a little tough in the last few years, but. I do everything I can because I want to unite that family in every way. Okay, from the children to the parents. Yeah. I think that's really important. I think it's vital. And man, when they come into that event, and then think about what we're teaching the kids. They're sitting there watching their parents struggle. They watch their parents get a dream. They watch their parents struggle for the dream. Then they watch their parents accomplish the dream. Or they come into the event and they're sitting there and then they go on stage with their parents to get a Gladiator Award or some kind of award or some kind of recognition, just, WBW award. And they see their parents and they get on stage. Hey, I've given the kids pens too, Ms. Abram. I'm glad you asked that question. We giving the kids pens too. The kids sitting so proud and they got their pen. Okay, I've given grandkids pens and all this kind of stuff. I think it's vitally important. Okay, and it makes them a part of it. Because we said we're building generational wealth, right? Well, who's going to take over the business when the parents gone?
Mm-hmm.
The children.
Yes.
Some of the children have actually gotten gold as well,
Right, and they got gold.
Yeah,
Got gold for coming to the event.
Physical gold.
Hey, wait a minute, and they understand more about gold. Think about it. We here at 55, 60, 60 years old, we finally learn about gold. They know about gold. They're 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, exactly. They know
on the team.
of it. Yeah.
Okay. We can't say we got gold, baby. We got gold, baby. We got gold, baby. Okay. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Ow.
Right. Okay. And I know a Wall Street businessman that said, I don't know what they're doing over there. But we know what we're doing. Okay.
Mr. Best, one of the things I've been sharing as far as the team and even prospects in reference to the Let's Go weekend is Mr. Harold Seitz, that we have a CEO that actually has physically come to a Let's Go weekend where you could look at him face to face. You could, two of them, you could karaoke with them. You could take pictures with them. Just talk about that a little bit. The credibility of that man to make the way to come to the United States and be with wealth builders worldwide.
Let me say this thing. Excellent.
Talk about that.
Jones. Excellent question, man. You guys got your own team. I'm telling you, you guys should get an Emmy. Okay, because excellent question. Because I can't even think about all these questions. I'm glad you asked that question because we can take so much for granted. I mean, this guy, we're talking about a mega millionaire running a mega $1 million company. Take time out of his life to get on a plane. This ain't like I'm coming from Newport News to Atlanta, Georgia. He's coming from Germany. So that's a whole day of flying. I was like, gone.
Yeah.
He's coming to Atlanta, Georgia to be at a Wealth Builders Worldwide event. And then you would invite some, oh man, be nice to him.
Uh-oh.
Because I almost said something.
Can we chat?
You invite your friend down the street who live 5 minutes from the hotel and they don't show up. And see, people take all this stuff for granted. I mean, to be in the presence of somebody that's free, somebody that's made $1 million. I don't understand how. See, I don't get it. I mean, just to me, I don't get this. Well, I do get it. I shouldn't say that. Let me check. I do get it because they don't understand how important it is to associate with people. They say success leaves clues. Associate with successful people, you'll get some idea of what's required to become successful. In any field, it doesn't matter what field it is. I mean, if you notice, you got a lot of football players right now, their relatives played in the NFL. You got a lot of ball players in the NBA, their relatives played in the NBA. Why is this? They said, well, it was good genes. It's more than just good genes.
Yeah.
They know something. They imparted to that young person, okay, that nobody else can impart to them. That's all. And so you got to put yourself in the environment to learn some things. Where I grew up right here on the peninsula in Newport News, Virginia, they used to say, if you guys put something in the water, because so many professional athletes came out of this little tiny strip about, I mean, when I said peninsula, like, if you know what a peninsula is, that's like a peninsula surrounded by water on this little tiny strip of peninsula right here. You got a guy named Leroy Keys, one of the first famous athletes come out of here. He was running up to the Heisman behind O.J. Simpson. Okay. I mean, that started, well, I got to go back further. You got Benny McRae, one of the first guys to come up, made it into the NFL. Then you got Earl Faison, played for the San Diego Chargers. Now, all of them came off this little strip. Betty McRae, NFL. Earl Face, Leroy Keys, run to the high school, played Philadelphia Eagles. And then coming right behind him, you got a guy named Walter Bowles, went to the University of Minnesota, played for the University of Minnesota. He was a starter in football, basketball, and tennis. Okay. Then right behind him, you got a guy named Alfonso Samuels, went to Yale. And then you guys, I mean, just so many athletes. And wait a minute. And then it didn't stop there. As I'm growing up, you got a guy named Tom Marine who was running to the Heisman. I remember the Heisman. He was co-MVP of the World Football League with Larry Zonka playing in the NFL. And then I played on a Little League football team, with 3 guys that played in the NFL. Okay. A guy named Larry Bethea, drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. Got Jerome Dub, played for San Diego for 8 years himself. Got a guy named Clarence Hawkins, went to Oakland Raiders. This is all right here from this town. Allen Iverson came from right here. Michael Vick came from right here. The coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, came right with a high school 5 minutes from my house. The quarterback for Buffalo right now came from Hampton, Virginia. Bruce Smith came from Norfolk, Virginia. I mean, it's you guys putting some in the water. It was so many athletes coming out of here, but what happened was when a few athletes came out of here, a few athletes said, "You got to work.
Yeah,
you got to go to work. You got to train. You got to exit. You got to do stuff. You just got to train." Tom and Riemann. Now you don't know who Tom Riemann. Two things about Tom Riemann. I got to talk about this guy for a minute. And you can say, "What does that do with what we're doing?" Watch this. Tom Riemann. I wouldn't call him the best athlete you'd ever meet in your lifetime. No, he wasn't. He wasn't the best athlete. He was the hardest working man I've ever met in my lifetime. We still friends like that today. Know him right now today. Okay. Tom and Riemann played with some superstars out of Carver High School. Ended up going to junior college, led the nation in rushing out of junior college, went to the University of Missouri, then played in the NFL. His brother played in the NFL. Okay. And Tom Reese would take me and a couple of my friends. I say, "You got to work." He had us running 5 miles a day when we was in the 9th and 10th grade. Running, just working, work. He said, "If you work now, you'll be better than those guys who might be better than you right now. By the time you get to 11th, 12th grade, you'll be better than they are because you outwork them. Don't ever let anybody outwork you." Okay. And so that's association. Same thing, acting. You find certain people just outwork other people. In any profession, you'll find people who learn some things, and there's some talented people now who can get away without working hard. I used to joke about Marlon Brando all the time. So Marlon Brando was just so gifted as an actor that he never had to work at his craft. If he worked at his craft, we think he was good at his craft anyway, but he worked at the craft. Now, let's get this back to network marketing and what we do. It's association. It comes not just Harold, but you got Sherlan's going to be there. You got Tammy's going to be there. You got our leadership team's going to be there. Okay. And it costs you what, $80? And now we got it where you buy 3 tickets, you get 1 free. Buy 3 tickets, get 1 free. Buy 3 tickets, get 1 free. Okay. And you haven't got 3 tickets yet to have that 1 free. Man, you want to sell, if you sell anything over this next 7 weeks, sell people go out to getting cash gold for themselves. Okay. Okay, number 1, and sell them on being at the Let's Go weekend.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do not underestimate the value. And I don't know if Mr. Harold Sykes is coming this time.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Wait a minute. Don't mistake that we let a cat out of the bag, because with the launch of the ICO, quite frankly, I doubt if he can pull that off.
Right.
You know,
but I don't know. Because look, I keep telling you, I don't know what's going to happen at the Let's Go weekend, because I'm sitting saying to myself, see, I've been around when things just explode on you out of control. Okay, we can have anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 people at Let's Go weekend.
Yeah.
That's how explosive. I mean, transactions have doubled in the month of February.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the group has grown, I don't know, 25, 30%, almost 40% in the month of February. I mean, things are happening so fast, and I'm still talking to people every day who hadn't heard about the ICO. They didn't even know who was doing it. And so man, it's so much going on, guys. But to get back to your question, the fact that Mr. Harold Sykes, I would not take anything for granted. When I sat down and had breakfast with this man back in September, okay, and by the way, I don't want to make it like I had some kind of special breakfast appointment. He was down there having breakfast. I was having breakfast, so we sat at the same table. and we had breakfast together. It wasn't like, let me have a super breakfast with superstar Tyrone. That's not what happened, okay?
And Sheila and I got to have breakfast.
I happened to come down the same time. Look, I happened to get hungry the same time he got hungry. So we had breakfast. And he said right there at breakfast, we're about to create billionaires. I was like, okay. What? And Harold's not prone to hype. Mr. Sykes not prone to hype. When he said that, I was sort of like, okay, whatever you say, man. I'm excited. Look, I'm excited about the 1, 2.5, 5 grams of gold. But if you say so, whatever you say. Okay, because I've been, look, 4+ years. Do you understand how difficult it is to find a company that consistently ship out product and pay for 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a row? I've been around for 35 years. I know. Okay, there's only a handful of companies that's done that in the last 35. Many of them, they come out to shoot flying, and in 2, 3 years, they gone. If they last that long. Okay. Anyway.
But you know what Maxine and I appreciate, because you're right, you're not the only one that had breakfast with Mr. Harold.
Yeah, we got to have breakfast with him, which was really cool.
We had that Saturday morning, and it was just interesting the way that it happened. You know, a group of us were sitting. Mike Delco came up, he sat down, and all of a sudden we look up and we see Mr. Harold Sykes coming in to get his breakfast, and he saw us all sitting over there. Now, what I love about him, you don't see Mr. Harold Sykes and an entourage.
No.
He loves being with the people. He just loves that. So he brought his plate and said, "Can I sit here?"
He came over to us.
We were all like, "Yeah,
okay,
this is for you." And he just sat there and he was just listening to our conversation. And he would look up when he didn't quite understand something, because language, you know, he speaks German and he learned English, but he's like, "What does that word mean? What does this?"
Yeah.
You know, so we would explain what it meant, and he would shake his head. But one thing that I saw, like an inner pride smile with him, when the majority of us were paying for our breakfast, we were putting out our carrot bars, MasterCard. Now, what that means, that's not a preloadable card that I could go to before I go to the Let's Go weekend and throw $500 on that card. In order to use that card, you had to have produced.
Yes.
You had to have earned income. So he
would have some commissions on that card.
Watching us all put our carrot bars, prepaid MasterCards on our bills, and he just sat there.
He just kind of smiling.
Yeah. See, that's letting them know it's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is really working. So it was a wonderful thing.
If you have the right mindset as a company owner, you get excited when you send out all those commissions. You really do. I mean, I've owned 3 companies, and I'm telling you, you get excited when you send out those commissions and you see people earning $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month from a program you put together. You get excited about it, okay? Because you're truly affecting and changing people's lives, and most of us, that's one of the greatest things we can get, is to impact and affect other people's lives in a positive way. That's a fulfilling thing on a whole nother level. After a while, like I said, there's only so many cars you can drive, so many houses you can own. After a while, believe me, stuff is stuff. Stuff gets boring after a while. You start saying, okay, it's got to be more to life than stuff, okay? And you want to have a greater impact. You want to have an impact that can be remembered for generations to come. And the best way to impact somebody's life is to help them to change their life.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna let you wrap it up. I have an announcement to make for everybody in the northern Los Angeles area. Although you know what, if you want to get in your car and drive, you can drive. We're going to have 2 meetings in the Westlake Village area of California. That's the valley, the North Valley. It's going to be at Office Evolution, and I'm going to have the address on wealthbuildersworldwide.info. Me and Miss Linda Lands, we are putting together a gold and cryptocurrency seminar. It's going to be more of a business environment for the office, the whole entire office building with business individuals in there, but it is open to the public. That's 2 Fridays, and right now I am booking some Saturday meetings in LA. I just have the word out to 2 different places, and I'm getting ready to see which one we're going to have the best price at. And it is going to be in the Los Angeles Culver City area. So I'm making it so that it's more in LA, the next ones, so that this way it's easier for the LA team to get their people to these meetings. We're going to do this thing. When I heard about all of those meetings,
they're flying everywhere. They have it. The Rogers going here.
Mike is all back east.
This
West
Coast, East Coast. What?
There is no way.
I got to do something.
We're going to be left out West Coast. Okay. So leaders out there, I don't want to hear any crying from my other California members. I'm doing it. I'm putting the addresses out there. Let's go. I want you up there with me, Dante Taylor.
That's my Cali girl.
I want my straight out of Compton folks. Come on now.
You know,
California, Sheila, I'd be there.
California truly is a networking capital, it's a networking central. And when they catch hold of the idea, look out. That's all I can tell you. Not only that, so you understand, it's a gateway to the rest of the world.
Yes, it is.
And so when it takes root, look out. When it hits that tipping point, look out. Okay. But you reminded me of one thing I wanted to add, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Take a couple of minutes. I didn't talk about to go to a function takes a sacrifice. Not for everybody. I mean, there's some folks got credit cards, they well heeled, they got money. It's no big deal. But I'm gonna go as high as to say maybe 50% of people coming to a function, you got to give up something to get there. Okay, you got to give up something to get there. Okay, I love a lot of the talks that Will Smith right now is giving, and you see him on Facebook. And I mean, he's talking real talk right now. He's just telling folks, look, it's this discipline between the ears that's stopping most people from achieving their dreams. What's standing between most of their dreams is they have the dream, but they don't have the discipline to follow through on the dream. And sometimes the discipline is, well, you know what? I got to put off buying that $400 pair of sneakers to get to this function. Or I got to put off going to these movies to get to that function. I mean, you think about where we are right now. A person can take 1 cash gold gram, 1 gram of cash gold, and maybe turn that into tens of thousands of dollars. And people going to the movies with it. They buy tennis shoes and clothes, telling me they don't have any money. Okay. It astounds me. And so I can remember every single function my wife and I went to, especially in the beginning back in the 80s, was some type of sacrifice. And I know many of you heard me talk about before where we had to do everything from sell every TV in the house to get to a function. Now, but see, nobody can really understand that because they don't understand the price that was paid to build a business back in the 80s. I was talking to a young lady last week, and we was laughing about, how tough it was to build a business in the 80s when you didn't have VCRs. I mean, I know I'm a dinosaur, but I mean, most of you said VCR. They go, what's a VCR? They don't even know what that is. Okay, but when that came out in the 1980s, we were excited. But you think about the sacrifice or having to put gas in your car, doing meetings 5 and 6 nights a week. Every single person you had to go see, you wanted to share your business with, you had to hop in the car and go see. And every function I went to was always anywhere from 5 hours to 10 hours away. I lived in Pittsburgh. There was every function. We had going to Charlotte, North Carolina, 12-hour drive one way. Charlotte, North Carolina, 12-hour drive one way. Then I moved to California, going to Utah, 17-hour drive one way to every major function. Okay, we did the function in Atlanta, Georgia, because it's a central location as far as getting people there from New York to Dallas, Texas. It's a great location there. It's an international airport there. It's convenient to fly into. Okay, and it doesn't take much. And then we only do it typically on a Friday and Saturday night. So only got a 1-night hotel stay if you got to stay, but you can't stay 2 nights. And then we sort of added a 3rd night for those who want to come in early and sort of hang out. Okay. But really it's 2 nights of commitment, Friday night and Saturday night. And then why do we do a Friday night opportunity meeting? Because if your mind is in the right place, you want to be telling everybody you possibly can, get some, who you know in Atlanta, who you know around surround area of Atlanta, and get them to me. And everybody today knows someone in Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody knows someone that lives in Atlanta. Okay. And so right now you should be thinking, not wait till the last week. Right now, everybody should be thinking about who do I know in Atlanta. And then if you're from out of town, so I'm going to be there. I'll meet you there. I'm going to be there. I'll meet you there. But watch this now. This is very important. Do not let them say, well, I'll get started when I meet you there. No, no. You want to get started now. Yeah. Because what you want to do when you come to the meeting in Atlanta, you want to be bringing all the guests you can with you. Well, I need to see some. No, 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 no. Trust me. Okay? Especially if you're talking to friends and relatives and people you've known for years. Just throw it out there. So you got to trust me. I'm trying to tell you, you need to trust me. If you don't trust me, it's going to cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. You need to be in Atlanta. You need to enroll now. And you need to get everybody you can to Atlanta on that Friday night you possibly can that haven't already enrolled. It'll be so much power. Our goal, and I'm going to be quiet after this, our goal is you get them there on Friday night. Your goal is to get them there on Friday night. Our goal, when I say our goal, I mean Mr. Delco, myself, our goal, the leadership and wealth of this world, our goal is to get them there for Saturday. You get them there Friday night. If we do what we're supposed to do on Friday night, they'll be there on Saturday. In fact, they'll be fighting to get tickets to be there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay? But you got to be willing to pay the price. If that means sell a TV, sell the TV. You don't need that thing anyway. They don't tell you anything worthwhile anyway. Won't even change your life. Okay? If you got to sell a couch, sell a couch. Okay? I mean, I'll see if you start reading success stories, you start reading about all the sacrifices people made to get where to go. From John Johnson started Ebony Magazine. Okay, took a $500 loan from his mother's living room furniture and started Ebony Magazine. Built a $100 million empire. Everybody's paid a price. You want to be above this circumstance, above the situation, you got to be willing to sacrifice something in order to get it. God bless. I'm through. Back to you, Ms. Abram.
Thank you so much, Ms. Maxine Jones. Can you close us out?
Yes, I can. Well, we want to thank, first of all, Mr. Tyrone Best for hijacking our Can We Chat here. And as we said, you can hijack it anytime you want, sir. You are always welcome in the chat room. And I want to thank our family and friends for always being here for us. Next week's topic is going to be a surprise. So we're working on that, but don't miss it. Don't miss it. We always have interesting things to chat about. And always remember, Facebook friends, that if you want us to discuss any topic, you can put that on canwechathere.info, and we'll take a look at it and we will be chatting about it. So it is always our pleasure to have you in the chat room. Share this with all your family and friends, and make sure you are registered for Let's Go Weekend 6, because it is going to be epic. And bring your whole team. Remember what Mr. Best said, you come by yourself, you learn. If you come with your team, you earn. So Miss Sheila Abram out there in the West Coast in Cali, she's my Cali girl. If I was in California, I'd be at those functions. I got it.
I already see Dante Taylor in the chat bar. He's excited. I think
Dante, good, yes.
Mr. Dante, like I said, I'm looking for some Culver City.
That's right. And get Antoine flipping.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right now this is North Valley, but we will be doing it in LA. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
See everybody on the power call tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow morning, the power call. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.